right, it's game day, Mustang Nation. We're here live in Graham 1. Big weekend of hockey here. Game 1 today against Cottage Grove. If I remember correctly, we lost 1-0 against Cottage Grove. It was a close game. Cottage Grove dominated most of that play. We'll see if your Mustangs can play a little bit differently here. Then the rest of the weekend, we've got a game against Rosemount. Again, we squeaked out a 1-0 victory against Rosemount here up in their barn. Rosemount certainly coming down to take a little revenge. So come join us tomorrow, 9:15, game time in the frigid rink Graham 2. Bring your long johns, bring your parkas, bring your mittens and your snow boots. About a minute and a half left in the warm-ups here. And we'll get going. Take a moment just to thank our sponsors. Of course, Rochester VFW 1215, the Mess Hall and Tavern. Go check it out. Some great food, great service. Sorensen Painting and Drywall, Minnesota Ice, Jimmy's, Paramark ETS, Jacobson Plastic Surgery. Thank you for all your sponsorships and donations. As always, follow us on social media. X, Instagram, and YouTube for all the live game day action. About 30 seconds left in warm-ups and we'll get going. Lots of high school hockey action today as well. I think we've got Duluth Marshall taking on Lourdes this afternoon, noon and 2. And then we have Rochester Century JM taking on Owatonna. Those game times, JV at 12 and varsity at 2. Starting lineups here momentarily. Elliot Sickick will be in net. As always, only one goaltender on this VFW team this year. VFW team getting last minute instructions here. Kohler Peterson, Evan Anderson, Carson Lusk up front, Warren Hangy, Caleb Wiedrich on the point to start your game. Elliot Sickick here in the net, 14 minutes on the clock. Let's go Mustangs. Initial face-off, won by Cottage Grove. They come down. Now the far side corner, Caleb Wiedrich battling. Cottage Grove gets it up to the far side. Rochester's able to scoot that over the blue line and come down now. Evan Anderson dumps it deep. Taken up by Kohler Peterson. He walks through the middle, far side, Hangy, shot just wide. Caleb Wiedrich grabs that puck and tosses it in. Rochester gets a full change. Cottage Grove regrouping. They can make a long pass here to the middle. They chip that down. Hunter Peterson back 40, chips it along the boards. Caleb Weidrich now chipping it further up. Bradley moving that puck up. Masters gets tripped. No call. Now to the far side, Sage throws that into the boards. Turnover coming down. Young can't get a shot off. He falls into the backboards, gets it up to the point to Peterson. Peterson with a wrister. That misses about 6 feet wide. Sage up the boards. Cottage Grove picks it up, chips it out of the zone. Joe Getchell now on the far side. He makes a pass to the middle. Coming down is McGill. His shot is blocked. Cottage Grove coming back quickly. Now down 2-on-1. Cottage Grove losing that puck on the near side. Cottage Grove shots tipped. Joe Getchell here in the near side corner. Good pace of play here, minutes into this first period. Cottage Grove now to the far side, taken away. Wiesner coming down, he spins, gets bodied behind the net, still has possession. Loose puck. Chipped up the boards, Caleb Weidrich dumps that in behind the net. Kohler Peterson chasing. Cottage Grove chips it up and out. That should be too many. About 9 guys on the ice over there in green. Lusk dumps that down. Cottage Grove has to retreat. Lusk pulls it off the board. Shot, save. Now behind the net, Lusk. Cottage Grove picks it up, comes down the near side boards, now through the middle. Warren Hangy chips it up to Lusk. Lusk trying to chip it out, can't. That shot fired, hits Sage in the chest. He gets it out down the middle. Masters chasing. He puts it on the side of the net. Peterson back forward. He gains a burst of speed behind the net. He gets bodied on the far side. And we have a whistle for a rough. Let's see if we can watch that play again. Peterson gains that momentum coming around the net. It's like a weak call to me. It's a good hockey play. Maybe got him from behind a little bit, but 10:47, your Mustangs will go on the power play. Caleb Weidrich on the far side. He controls that puck, walks across the blue, fires a shot. Nobody's screening in front. We had like 3 guys out on the boards. Rochester chips it off the boards now. Masters near side to Hangy. Hangy fires a shot. Bradley trying to get a stick on that. Young in the corner with Bradley and Masters. Now on the far side, Caleb Weidrich chasing it up. He gets it into the zone. Tries a chip to the middle. Loose puck. Kohler Peterson almost losing it in the slot. He chips it up. Rochester trying to establish the zone again, and now we have an offsides. Cottage Grove wins that. They chip it out of the zone. Wiesner back for it now. He comes out of the Rochester zone now, dancing across the red. Gains the Cottage Grove zone, cuts to the middle. Shot! Fired 2 feet high over the crossbar. Cottage Grove in the near side corner now. Lusk with a big check. He gets knocked over. Walking to the middle's Wiesner. He goes to the far side to McMasters, but he loses it. Cottage Grove is able to chip that puck out. Bradley back for it. 10 seconds left in the power play. Masters coming down. Fires a pass to the middle that goes off a Cottage Grove body. Cottage Grove dumps it down. Hangy back to Wiedrich. Masters now. Wiedrich picks it up on the near side. He goes far side to Young. Young gets bodied off the puck. Cottage Grove trying to make that long exit pass, sneaking behind the defenseman. Wiedrich behind the net. That's off a Cottage Grove player, no icing. Cottage Grove to the middle now. They come across the red. Shot. Elliott able to make that stave with the paddle of his stick. Battle on the far side board. Sage now behind the net. Pass up the near side's off Schletty's blade. Puck does come out. Cottage Grove dumps it down with 7:30 left here in the first period. Sage skating up through the neutral zone. He gets across the red, dumps it down. Rochester changing. Cottage Grove bringing it around to the far side. Evan Anderson is there. He fires a shot. And that hit a body in front. Kohler Peterson up off the boards. Down to the point. Caleb Wiedrich's shot blocked in front. Hangy. Shot. Cottage Grove blocks that one again. Wiedrich cross ice to Hangy. Hangy back to Wiedrich. Wiedrich coming across the neutral zone. He gets that taken away. Rochester's able to dump it down as players change. Cottage Grove coming through the middle now. Dancing, loose puck. Still in front. Elliott making a save. 6:22 left here in the first. Elliott's first test there, I think. Loose puck in the slot, just out of his reach. Cottage Grove is able to fire a shot that he's able to capture in his pads. Face off to the left of Elliott. Peterson behind the net. He goes to the far side. Cottage Grove now cycling. Shot from the side of the net off Elliott. Back behind the net. Peterson now battling in the far corner. Sage goes down to help. Cottage Grove walking out to the middle. Shot blocker save Elliott. Cottage Grove gloves that in the high slot. Rochester just trying to get it out, and finally we do. Young on the forecheck. Cottage Grove falls in the corner. We can't find the puck. Puck squirts out to the point. Hanging with a shot that's just wide to the near side. Wiedrich fires a shot that deflects off a Cottage Grove stick. Now behind the net. Wiedrich pinching. He fires a shot that hits the Cottage Grove goaltender square in the glove. Rochester going hard here on the forecheck, creating some opportunities, getting pucks to the net. Puck squirts between the defensemen. Rochester has to regroup in the neutral zone. Oh, there's an interference. Kohler Peterson picking that puck up. Battle on the far side boards. Moving it to the middle. Cottage Grove shot. Elliott with a great save. Cottage Grove able to get that puck to the slot. Losing that board battle along the bench. Cottage Grove squirts it through, and then just some good stick work there. They're able to get a scoring opportunity. Puck comes out to the blue line. Cottage Grove goes up off the glass and gets that deep. Masters behind the net. Masters now coming out of the zone. He goes cross-ice. That's off a stick. Young is the first one there. He spins. Backhand behind the net. He's got Bradley. Shot from the point. Cottage Grove coming out quickly. Cottage Grove dancing in the middle. Shot just wide. Masters trying to make a cross-ice pass that's off of a Cottage Grove stick. Wiesner up and off the boards. That hits the referee. Cottage Grove shot. That's deflected off his stick to the near side. Rochester squirts it out. Bradley goes off for a change. And we have an offsides here. Face off here outside the Cottage Grove zone with 3:45 left. Nice step up by Hangy there as Cottage Grove tries to make a pass through the middle. Battle on the Cottage Grove bench now for possession. Get out of there, Joe. Rochester dumps it deep. Cottage Grove now behind their net. McGill throwing that back down deep into the Cottage Grove zone, now to the near side. Schletty battling here in the near side corner. Cottage Grove still trying to get it out. Comes to the middle, McGill, shot, rebound. Rochester can't get that loose puck. Now it's to the point. Sage is able to hold it in. He goes cross-ice to Hangy. Hangy, shot, tip. Doesn't get to the goaltender. Schletty now chipping that behind the net. Cottage Grove up and off the glass. That's off a glove. No ice, and Hangy's back for it. Now to the near side. Schletty coming down. He throws a shot to the side of the net. The goaltender puts a leg pad on it. Cottage Grove through the middle. Loose puck, high slot. Rochester trying to find it. Taylor Weidrich chips it to the near side boards. Cottage Grove to the middle. Shot blocked. Weidrich almost that far side. Puck comes to the middle and out. Cottage Grove has to retreat and regroup. Cottage Grove coming back through the neutral zone, walking in. Shot. Save, Elliott. 1:34 left in the first period. Some good pace here. Not many whistles. Watch that last play as Cottage Grove comes through the neutral zone. They get that puck wide and fire a shot on Elliott that he's able to capture. Mustangs ring around to the near side. Does come out of the zone. Masters gets there first. He walks in. Oh, tries to get Young. All Young's got to do is stick his stick out. Cottage Grove chipping it up. Sage takes that puck away. He comes around the boards. Now to the near side. Bradley to the far side now. Young able to chip that in with a minute left here in the first period. Cottage Grove chipping that up and coming out of the zone now. They step across the blue, fired a shot that's tipped by Peterson. 43 seconds left. Cottage Grove backhand to the far side. Lusk is able to get a stick on that. Otherwise, that was an easy tap-in goal for Cottage Grove. Peterson behind the net now. 27 seconds. Bradley chips that out of the zone and all the way down for an icing with 15 seconds left. Face off in the Rochester zone. Puck comes to the middle. Lusk is there. He is able to get it out with 7 seconds left. Here to the near side. Cottage Grove dumps it in. Hangy rings it around, and that's your first period. Shots are 6-5 in favor of Cottage Grove. Good pace of play here. Teams will take a break, and we'll come back for the second period.
What is it?
All right, second period is underway here. Evan Anderson on the far side. He loses that puck. Rochester gets it back. Anderson body checked in the corner. Now behind the net. Cottage Grove up the near side. Long cross-ice pass. Cottage Grove coming down on Wiedrich. Center pass. That's Elliott's able to get a pad on that. Puck comes out to the point. Shot blocked. Wiedrich in the far corner. He's able to get a stick on that. Wraparound attempt by Cottage Grove. Goes through the crease. Wiedrich up off the glass. Anderson chipping that to the middle. Lusk chips it out. Puck now run around the far side. Cottage Grove. Wiedrich's able to get that in from the blue line. Puck comes out. Now we regroup. Peterson now. He gets across the red, dumps it. Bradley on the far side. Cottage Grove coming out. They chip it down, getting it behind Sag. Sag is able to play a body. Knock that puck loose. Peterson in the middle. Bradley coming down. Backhand score! Tristan Bradley putting your Mustangs up. 1-0. Getting behind the defense. Cottage Grove wins the ensuing face-off. They come down now. Peterson able to get around his player. Now behind the net, Joe Getchell. Rochester chips it up and down. That should be an icing. 12-10 here in the first period. Face off to the right of Sikic. Puck comes to the point. They go cross ice. Now dump that down. Wiesner and Wiedrich back there behind the net. Wiedrich skating through the middle. Burst of speed, comes across the red, dancing. Fires a shot high over the goaltender's shoulder. Let's see him put that Wiedrich walking it in again, gets another shot that goes just wide. Puck squirts out. Kohler Peterson back for it. Lusk down on the near side boards. Let's watch that replay again here. Peterson hitting Bradley on a breakaway. He does the old dipsy doodle backhand. Putting your Mustangs up. Face off in the Cottage Grove zone. They go around the far side. Puck squirts out now. Mustangs having to regroup. Cottage Grove now around the far side. They get that to the middle. Hangy is there. He chips it to the near side boards. Hangy has to go back for it. The Sag back to Hangy. Up the near side. Cottage Grove steps in front of that. We'll get that puck deep. Hangy down the near side corner. He brings it around to the far side to Schletty. Schletty mishandles it on those boards. Sag back forward. He goes to Hangy. Sag now behind the net. He chips it up and out. That's off Schletty's stick. Cottage Grove quickly regrouping. Puck goes all the way down in the Cottage Grove zone now. Peterson on the near side slips on a banana peel. Cottage Grove now coming up those boards, walking in the middle. Still has the puck, fires a shot. Maybe that nicked off the post here, near side post. Rochester coming down. Not able to get that deep. Cottage Grove up and off the glass to the neutral zone. Wiesner, walking around Wiesner. Shot, rebound, 2 saves. Rochester now to the far side, scrambling a little bit. Shot from the point. Elliott's able to get that deflected off into the glass, not into the netting to get a whistle. Now to the far side. Cottage Grove dumps it around.
Oh, shit.
And Wiesner throws that out of zone. Bullseye hits a thermos here. Face off, now on the far side. Weidrich's able to chip that out of the zone. Puck scoots into the Cottage Grove zone. We'll have an interference here on Cottage Grove. Puck comes around the far side. Caleb Weidrich gets it up. Before Anderson can get to the puck, he's played with a body, thus the interference. So the Mustangs go on the power play at 8:51. Hangy, Peterson, Masters, Young, and trying to get the clock all set here. Bradley there on the far side gets the puck. Masters coming out now. Oh, I wish he would have walked to the middle. Now out to the point. Far side, slap shot, save, rebound. Masters now picks that puck up behind the net. Bradley, he goes up the near side to Young. Young out to Peterson, back to Young. Young walks in, shot blocker save, trying to get that far corner. Good back check by Rochester's. Masters chips it to the near side. Cottage Grove able to keep it out. Could have been a high stick there on Peterson. Oh, drop pass comes out of the zone. The dreaded second period ice swap where we've got a section of boards over there that's across the blue line. Got us. 1:05 left in the power play. 7:56 left here in a second. Face off outside the Cottage Grove zone. Weidrich. Back to Weidrich, now up the near side. He comes through the middle. And another offsides. Weidrich trying to get across that blue. Dancing a little bit too much. Face off, Weidrich picks it up. He comes across the blue, setting that power play up. He stops, comes across the blue, spins. Should have got that deep. Sage goes back for it. Looks like they've turned off the air in here, thus the droopy poopy pants here. It's blocking our view. I'll try to lower the camera here momentarily. Kohler Peterson now walks across the blue. He drops to Sage. Sage to Weidrich. Weidrich fires a shot. Leg save, no rebound. Sage now up off the boards. We should have taken a little more patience there with the puck. Getchell behind the net. Out to Weidrich. Fires a shot. Save. See if that helps a little bit. I still can't see the damn clock over here. Back to 5-on-5 play. Cottage Grove coming down. They fire a shot. Elliott's able to grab that with a glove. Maybe I'll just try to sit down here. Cottage Grove fires that to the near side. That's off a body. Schletty in the neutral zone. He loses it. Puck squirts into the bench. 6:20 left. See, that's a little bit better. Puck around the near side. .57 left here in the second period. Rochester wins that to the far side. Sage goes after it. Cottage Grove's able to chip it into the Rochester zone. Reversing it to the far side. Sage is there. That's just off the stick of Bradley. Goes down for an icing. 5:37 left in the second. Face off Cottage Grove on the far side. Cottage Grove trying to get that to the middle. That goes off a stick. Now at the point, Cottage Grove fires a shot. Elliott able to make that save. Evan Anderson at the blue. He chips it to the near side. Lust picks it up. He comes across the blue. Dances to the middle backhand. That goes into the near side corner. Now to the point. Wiesner fires a shot that's blocked by Cottage Grove. Cottage Grove now coming down. They get across the blue, coming around Wiesner. Centering pass loose. Weidrich trying to get it out. He does. And we have an offsides. Puck on the far side. Rochester is able to get that into the Cottage Grove zone. Cottage Grove up the glass on the far side. Another chip out. Now a 2-on-1 developing. As they come down, centering pass. Elliott able to get a piece of that. Cottage Grove can't get a really good shot on net. Loose puck now. Joe Getchell racing for it. That goes off Joe Getchell's leg. Goaltender plays it to the near side.
Are you kidding me?
Got a hook here. I'm not sure on who. On Joe Getchell. See if we can watch that play.
What game are you watching?
Like we just missed it on the replay there. So Cottage Grove will get their first power play of the game here at 4:03 of the second period. Grove across the blue line now. Shot, save, Elliott. Now on the far side. Caleb Weidrich applying the pressure. Hangy. Him and Weidrich exchanging. Weidrich's able to throw that all the way down. I don't think that'll be an icing. That went off a player. Oh, I guess it is. Little one-timer from that far side, the Ovechkin play. Good pressure by Hangy and Weidrich to get that puck out of there. All right, so it shouldn't have been an icing, which is why the face-off is down in the Cottage Grove zone. Good call. Cottage Grove picks that up. Weidrich throws that back into the zone. Near side. And he throws that far side. Kohler Peterson is there. He gets it deep. Now behind the net with 1:16 left in the power play. Cottage Grove coming down quickly now across the red, gaining the zone. They spin the set up. Weidrich there with Hangy battling in the near side corner. We are able to chip that out. No icing. Goaltender comes out to play it. He throws it near side. Cottage Grove trying to set that up. 40 seconds left in the kill. Sadge applying the pressure, and he's able to chip that out and into the bench at 2:29. 27 seconds left in the penalty kill. Shot from the points blocked by Rochester. 16 seconds left. Sadge and Peterson. Cottage Grove coming out behind the net. Letting him walk out. No pressure. Goes up and over Elliott, who went down. Got to force him to that corner. Let's watch that replay. Walks around the net. We don't pressure him there. We just wait. Let him get a shot off. So, Cottage Grove scoring that power play, tying it up 1-1 with 2:05 left here. Wiesner walking in on a 2-on-1. Can't get that puck through the Cottage Grove skates. Cottage Grove chipping it out now. And we have it offsides. Face off, Cottage Grove up off the boards. Not out, goes back in the corner. Team's trying to grab possession of it. Getchell here in the near side. Wiesner up off the boards. Over to Weidrich. Weidrich fires a shot. That goes off a pad. Joe Getchell out to the point. Weidrich fires a quick shot. Still can't find it. That's off the boards again. Weidrich's able to get that halfway into the zone. Cottage Grove chips it out. Schletty now on the far side to the middle. Now with a minute left in the period. Cottage Grove here to the near side, off the boards. Back to Weidrich. Now he goes to the far side. Cottage Grove making a point to finish their checks here. out of the far side. Sag skating up. He gets across the red, dumps it down. That's off a body. Rochester has to regroup. Masters with it. He goes to the near side boards. Far side to Sag. Goes all the way down, and that'll be an icing with 25 seconds left. Face off on the far side, hanging to the near side. Ten seconds left. Cottage Grove falls on a oily spot. Lust trying to come out from behind that net. 2 seconds. 1 second. That's your period. Teams will take a little break here, and we'll come back to the start of the third. Shots are 15-12. All right, 14 minutes on the clock. Again, shots are 15-12 in favor of Cottage Grove. Start of the third period here, tied 1-1. See if your Mustangs can pull this out. Again, follow us on social media. And thanks to all our sponsors. Drop of the puck here. Rochester picks it up first. Shot by Lust just wide. Lust now on the far side. He gets taken off the puck. Now battle behind the net. Now on the far side boards. Rochester's able to dump that deep. Cottage Grove back up the far side boards. Coming through the middle, gets around to one defenseman, walking down, shot goal. Cottage Grove getting on that first defenseman, coming down, firing a shot far side, beating Lusk. Sorry, not Lusk, Elliott. Sorry, trying some new stuff here with the video replay. So Cottage Grove with a 2-1 lead. Loose puck, Sag, that's off his stick. And now we have an icing. This droopy air exchanger is killing me. Face off to the left of Elliott. Puck squares on the far side. Masters chipping it up the boards. Young picks it up off the boards. Now Young coming down. He gets bodied off the puck. Behind the net, Cottage Grove. They come across the neutral zone. And Peterson will go to the box here on a penalty. Interference. Cottage Grove skating to the neutral zone, and Peterson just continues to play the body without the puck. A little cross check to the face. So Cottage Grove to the power play with 12:38 here in the third period. Wiesner picks that puck up. He tries to go off the glass, can't get that out. Good boot by Caleb Weeder to block that shot, and that goes up in the netting for a whistle. 12:15 left. 1:39 left in the penalty kill. Face off here to the near side. See if we can catch that block shot. Right off the boot, sticks that foot out. Near side corner. Kohler Peterson coming out now with a break shot. Shoots that right into the midsection of the Cottage Grove goaltender. Good opportunity, but maybe could have increased his chances. I think we had a guy on the far side. Let's check out the replay here. Yeah, he definitely had somebody with him. Now at the point, Caleb Weeder throws that on net. Max Wiesner's able to keep that in the Cottage Grove zone, kill some more time off this power play. Cottage Grove tries to go cross ice. That's off the skate. Now they come back. Gain the zone. Caleb able to take that away. Puck squirts in the Cottage Grove zone for an offsides at 11:30. 53 seconds left in the penalty kill. Cottage Grove's able to get that deep. Hanging back for it, Sage. Now back to the Cottage Grove point. He walks the blue line. Loses it, comes out of the zone. Cottage Grove now to the near side. Hanging behind the net now. Chipping it to the near side, Sage is there. Cottage Grove trying to walk out. Cottage Grove chipping it to the point. Good block by Kohler Peterson, getting in front of that blade. That's where the puck's coming from. It's not coming from his hips. Cottage Grove gets it deep. Penalties over. Sage now to the near side. He goes up and down, and that'll be an icing. 10:28. Face off to the left of Sikic. Cottage Grove wins that face-off, fires a quick shot high and up over the net. They're able to hold the zone momentarily. Comes back in offsides. Face off outside the Cottage Grove zone. They come down now. Wiesner's able to chip that out. Shot by Cottage Grove. Elliott's able to square up and get in front of that with 10 minutes left here in the third period. Off to the left of Sickick. Wiesner rings that hard around the far side. Lusk is there. He tries to chip that to the middle. Caleb Weidrich steps up, regroups that puck. Near side to Wiesner. He goes up and off the glass, and that goes all the way down for an icing. Puck spurts to the front of the net. Elliott's able to cover it. Get a whistle. Weidrich goes up and off the glass. Not quite out. Cottage Grove trying to center it. Weidrich's able to take that away. Shot fired to the far side. Masters chips that up the wall. Young tries to chip that to the middle. Does. Your Mustangs can't get to it. Cottage Grove now. Back in the Rochester zone. Wiesner in the far side. Caleb Weidrich picks that loose puck up. Comes around the near side now. He goes up and down the boards. That's off Bradley's stick though. Able to get that out. Masters coming down. Eight and a half minutes left here for your Mustangs to tie this up. Masters able to get that back deep as they change. Peterson throws that in with a Rochester player still in the zone, so we have an offsides. Rochester reversing on the near side. Hunter Peterson getting the body play. Cottage Grove walking out. Elliott makes a nice little save. Puck squirts out to the point. They chip that down now, near side corner. McGill. Peterson picking that puck up. He backhands it out. Schletty on the forecheck. Taken away by Peterson. He walks in. That fires it out. A Cottage Grove ankle. Puck. Anderson back to Peterson, back to Anderson. Anderson almost losing it. He gets across the red, fires it down. Now on the forecheck. Cottage Grove now coming down. Wiesner picking that puck up. Good body by Sag. He's able to take that body off the puck. Now around the near side. Pass to the far side. Lusk is there battling for it. Chip off the boards. Kohler Peterson trying to grab it. Does. Back to the point to Wiesner. Shot. Cottage Grove steers the near side. Sag at the point. Can't get that off fast enough. Now we have an offsides. 6:46 left. Look at this handsome guy coming up. Century here getting ready to warm up. Come join us in Rink 4 to watch all that high school action. Masters up the boards. Cottage Grove takes that away. Rochester's able to chip that out. Young on the chase. Bradley takes it away. Trying to make a play with that. Out to the point. Caleb Widger with a shot. Goaltender bobbles that shot and then makes a save. 6:09 left here in the third period. Shots are 21-14 in favor of Cottage Grove. Off, Cottage Grove rings around on the far side. Hangy gets that back into the corner. Evan Anderson is there. Cottage Grove up the boards. Now it squirts out. Oh, right from behind. Schletty taking another beating. McGill getting knocked off the puck on an interference. Now to the near side. Weidrich protecting. He backhands that up the boards. Out of the neutral zone. Rochester player stuck in there. He's getting held. Face-off here at center ice with 5:12 left. Mustangs looking for that tying goal. Out of the far side, Wiesner picks it up. He gains the zone, chips it around the defenseman and goes. Cottage Grove walking in, backhand, save. Elliott with a glove save. Defense backing up too far, letting him walk in, get a backhand shot off with a rebound opportunity. Still plenty of time to tie this up, 4:49. Shot off the face-off, blocked by Rochester. Cottage Grove dumps it down. Max Wiesner back there. He gets bodied into the near side boards. Masters picks that up behind the net. He goes up the boards. Young picks it up, gets it across the red. Looked like it was offsides. In the slot, shot, save. Loose puck in the high. Loose puck in the high slot. Masters winds up with a little snapper. Face off, Cottage Grove rings around to the far side. Hangy's there, he dumps it down. Puck comes out of the zone, and now we'll have another whistle at 4:13. Face off on the far side, just outside the Cottage Grove zone. Sage hard up the boards, not able to keep that in. Cottage Grove coming back now. A little 2-on-1 to the center. That's off a Rochester skate. Nice back check by McGill. Cottage Grove coming to the middle again. Shot save, Elliott. Evan Anderson can't get that puck out. Cottage Grove turns it around. Rochester just flipping it up to the far side. Cottage Grove dumps it deep. Sage behind the net. Three and a half minutes left here in the game. Puck comes out to the blue line. Cottage Grove walking in the middle. They go far side. Shot. That's high. Brings it around to the near side. Schletty chasing that. And we have an offsides here with 3:09 left. Quick exit pass by Wiesner. Rochester gains the zone. Now let's put the pressure on. Cottage Grove chips it out. Weidrich back for it. He chips it up off the boards. Weidrich pinching from his defensive position. He's able to keep that puck in. Gets it deep. Joe Getchell on the attack now. Down to the far side. That's off Kohler Peterson's body and goes into the bench for a whistle. Young's able to chip that into the zone. Cottage Grove turning it around quickly. Tossed in into the corner by Wiesner. Cottage Grove trying to go through the middle. Out of the near side, Masters coming down. Burst of speed, tries the center. Cottage Grove now walking back through the middle, coming down the zone. They get across, and that's tipped by a stick up into the netting. And we have a whistle with 2:09 left. Puck chipped out of the zone. Rochester regrouping out of the far side. At some point, if we can gain the zone, Elliott will come out. 1:51 left. Elliott now coming out. Extra player on. And we have a whistle. 1:42. A little bit of repair going on here in the near side boards. There was a Zamboni accident here a couple weeks ago near the Zamboni entrance, and it's got the boards all screwed up. face-off in the Cottage Grove zone. 6 attackers for Rochester. See if we can tie this up with a minute 42 left. Face-off comes on the far side. Up the boards. Caleb Weidrich is there. That bounces over his stick. Rochester has to come back down. Wiesner now on the far side. He gets across. Not able to get that deep enough. Weidrich picks it up. He comes across the red, now to the blue. He gets it deep. Kohler Peterson fires a shot. That's blocked. Weidrich now here in the blue. Goes far side. Wiesner. Shot tip. Rebound. Trying to get to it. Loose puck. Cottage Grove fires it out. Wiesner gets a stick on it. Turns it around quickly. And we have an offsides. 59 seconds left. Good loose puck opportunity by your Mustangs, just not able to get to it. Get a tap on it. Shot fired. Ill-advised pass here in the neutral zone. Turnover. Cottage Grove fires it down over the net. Now here to the near side. Masters coming down. Tries to put one through the crease. Turnover on the far side. We got a pinch. Hangy steps up. Shot blocked by Cottage Grove. Why are we not in the blue line? Masters to the near side. That's off a body. Fired down into the Rochester zone for an icing. We got to be inside that blue line. There's no reason for us to be circling out in the neutral zone. "21 seconds left. Mustangs with their goalie pulled still. Peterson in for this draw. We'll see if he can win that, get back to Bradley, maybe get a rifle from Caleb Weidrich at the point. Loose puck. Hangy's able to keep that in momentarily. Cottage Grove coming down now. And empty netter. Cottage Grove puts that in. 12 seconds left. So a good game by both teams. Mustangs just not able to get that puck in the net. Shots are 26-15. I don't think we got enough shots here in the third period. A lot of blocked shots on the part of Cottage Grove. Face off here at center ice. 12 seconds left. Loose puck. Caleb Weidrich gains his zone. He comes in far side. That's it. All right, so a win by Cottage Grove here. We'll come back tomorrow for a game against Rosemount. Hope to rebound here in District 8 play. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.